What's up, y'all? It is your boy, Supreme, the car guy, coming at you with another one. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, please. Please comment. Um, this video right here is going to be about a reaction from Vinny Ten. Well, reaction to Vinny Ten, I'm sorry, on Street Alpha Podcast. So shout to my man Vinny Ten, shout to Tukes, who hosts the Street Alpha Podcast. I'm gonna have the link to the video down in the subscription description box below, so you can watch the whole video. I'm just gonna run through a couple of things. I'm not gonna run through the whole video on here, or even most of it, because I don't want to get in trouble, any kind of trouble or nothing like that. Or I don't want to jack the man's video. But yeah, this is a reaction to that interview, which in my opinion, was a great interview. Really good interview. And to be honest, you will learn a lot from it. A lot of people coming in this car scene don't even know who Vinny Ten is. A lot of import guys don't have a clue who he is, and honestly, he is a top tuner. He's a top builder. He's one of the pioneers of the game. He came in, he the one who started the whole big power supras, all that. Like, he needs a lot more notoriety than he gets, and I'm going to just recap on that a little bit, that interview, because in my opinion, it was a great interview. I was in my truck listening. I listened to the whole thing. I was excited to see that Vinny Ten got an interview with Street Alpha Podcast, because I've been saying for years, because I'm subscribed to Street Alpha Podcast on both of my YouTubes. I have a premium page as well. But I was like, man, he needs Vinny Ten on there, because that would be a dope ass interview, and he did it. So here we go. Let's see. Let me pull this up.
In the world. Everything I've ever driven or raced, it becomes number one. I can't be number two.
The Pro Import that started because of you?
Along with others, specifically Pepe Loco. I wanted to. Okay, when's the last time you changed your oil? When's the last time you changed the spark plug? Spark plugs? What the 2JZ did to everybody else, the VR38 is going to do to the 2JZ. VQ35, 37 cranks are some of the best cranks ever, which always drives me crazy because they connect the piston and a great crank with a shitty rod.
What's the best VQ engine then to build?
I was the first person to make 1,000 horsepower on a Supra.
Are these facts though? So then what's wrong with saying that's all? Just say how it is.
What? Oh, I got so-and-so motorsports. I'm so-and-so performance. You ain't never been to a fucking racetrack. What Japanese manufacturer ever has sponsored a fucking car in America? If I could take a car that came out of the junkyard and make it the most famous car ever to exist in drag racing history, can you imagine what I'm going to do with a real program?
Okay. Now, just off that intro, you know some dope shit is in that interview. Now, I can say, yes, he is the first one to do the 1,000 horsepower Supra thing. He is, okay? On the racetrack, he definitely is that. He does have the fastest 350Z in the country on record, probably in the world. That's a fact, And he gets into how the Japanese manufacturers, they don't really show no love to the American racers on a racetrack, and it's not fair, because we're like their biggest, sponsor. We buy all their stuff, but they don't show us the love back. That's pretty much what he was getting into when he was saying, what Japanese manufacturer ever sponsored a race car in America. He does have a big point there, because I never thought about it too much until he said it. And I looked, I said, you know what? He has a point, and it's not right, because a lot of us that's in the Japanese tuners scene, it's like we want to be like the Japanese cars. We want to try to make we want the JDM right hand drive and all that shit. We want to make our car as close to Japanese as possible. We look up to them, but they don't return a favor when we spending that so much money with them. So I get that. Okay. Let me see what else we got here. But like I said, I'm just gonna run through a little bit of the video. I'm not gonna go through too much. You know what I'm saying? And it's a must watch. Especially if you're a Japanese car enthusiast, it's a must watch. And what he's saying about the VR38, which VR38 DTT, which is the R35 GTR platform engine, okay? He's right. That engine, that platform is taking over. It really is. Granted, it is an expensive platform to build on. It's very expensive. I have a GTR R35. Some of you know that already, and those that know me know this. And I've had one for a very long time. And I can honestly tell you, I'm going to get back to building a car. I'm not going to go too far with it, because the money is excessive. How much you're going to spend to make that car fast, it's excessive. It gets, you could pretty much spend house money building a GTR. And a lot of these guys who have these 1,000 horsepower GTRs, they did spend house money. Some of them will keep it real with you and tell them, yeah, I did. But a lot of them gonna be like, nah, I just did this, that, blah. Trust me, 1,000 plus, 1,500 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower, they're spending house money building those cars. And with me, it's like there's like a limit with me. You know what I mean? Like there's a limit. And Vinny Ten also gets into, you're going to get into a lot of debt building these cars for the rate. He's right. Okay. A lot of guys coming in don't understand this. Even my lady, she don't even understand this. Something she's like, man, it's tough. I'm like, look, that's part of the game. It's just that we love our cars so much. We love the game so much. We willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk. A lot of us are, but there is a limit. Okay. I'm not spending no $100,000 building no damn car. I'm not doing that. Okay. I'm not trying to be going 8s and all that. No, it's a lot of money to go that fast. Like how fast Vinny Ten car, it's extremely expensive. Okay. To put it to you mildly, like, it's not cheap at all. Okay, but let's see what else he's gonna say, and then I'm gonna give some more takes.
The business exploded in the sense of the industry, not really the business, but the industry exploded. Every American manufacturer wanted to get involved. Every Japanese company wanted to get here. One of the cool things that actually created, like guys like you, it created a whole generation of people that wanted to do this, and now we see more small time manufacturers making really super high quality parts. CNC machining obviously was involved in that. Obviously the explosion of the internet. One of the things that the irony here is, like, I literally had an entire career, right, that even a well-educated guy like yourself, knowledgeable guy of the industry, had no idea. I had a whole career. I changed this entire industry. And then got out of the Supra. God got me out of the Supra because I crashed it on my birthday. I always say that was the greatest gift he ever gave me, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was on your birthday.
It was on my birthday. Yeah, absolutely. Greatest gift ever happened.
So your birthday's in August?
August 30th, and I crashed racing Paula Fontes. And that's a story in itself. It was, I look at, and for some of the young guys that are going through bad times, I thought that was the worst day of my life, and it actually turned out to transition into one of the best opportunities, because we were contacted by Nissan by a Nissan dealership, and that I actually helped out earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
I actually helped them out. I hooked them up with the right people, and moved their program.
Okay, I would like to add. He's right. When things happen in the car scene, when you crash a car, whatever, you do think it's the worst. It's the end of the world. But sometimes that's an opportunity to do something better, or it's just a better opportunity ahead. So when you're in this enthusiast world, I'm gonna say, when things happen, little setbacks, whatever, just look at it as maybe it's just an opportunity to do something better or to teach you something. Maybe you lacking on something. You know what I mean? It could be an opportunity to put you in a better situation. So, I mean, these things happen, and like I said, Vinny Ten is somebody that I believe everybody who's in this space, this enthusiast space, should definitely listen to. Look him up, learn about him, hear what he has to say, because what he has to say is very important. And if I was close enough, or if I had the means to get to his shop, because he's in Long Island and I'm here in the Poconos, I work a lot and I can't just come to Long Island. I don't even really like New York anyway, but I can't just come to Long Island with a drop of a hat. Like, let me see what happened if he was to hit me up. But I definitely in the future would love to let him work on, one of my my GTR or something like that. Because, he definitely knows what he's doing with these ZQs, these ZRs, these Supras, all those platforms, especially all those Nissan Infinity platforms. He's the man, because he tuned my friend's car. Some of you know, but most of you don't know Kaiju. That's, me and him are good friends. We were friends for a very long time, and he tuned Kaiju's 350Z. And when I first met Kaiju, he let me drive it, which was surprising. And that car was fast, especially at its time for what it was. Twin turbo, 5-something wheel, 4-something wheel, if I'm not mistaken, to the wheel, not to the crank, to the wheel. It was like high fours to the wheel. JWT, Vinny Ten tuned it. It was a phenomenally built. The car was even built great, and he built it too. So I knew about Vinny Ten back like in 2012. I would say 2012-ish. My guys like the Laos squad I used to roll with, George and them, they knew about him for a lot longer than that, since the late 90s. Like, they knew about him since then. So I definitely advise you guys to check out the interview. Those of you see the video, look at this guy's video, subscribe to his channel too. Subscribe to both of their channels, get some gems from him, especially from Vinny Ten. Get some gems from him, because he is definitely a pioneer in the game. Well, all right, that's it for that one. The video gonna be in the description box below. I'm gonna have it linked in there. All right, well, this is your boy Supreme the Car Guy, and I'm out. Peace.